Hello everybody, today I'm going to introduce to you is how to create supplier card file, so-called supplier contact or supplier maintenance list or master listing. It's the same. Go to card file, card list, click supplier, and then click new, and maybe this supplier is called an invoice supplier private limited. Tap button to go to next line. Card ID is the supplier code. You can give all your supplier a code, but let's say it is organizations, which means it's a company. You not really need to give the supplier the code unless this is a supplier got charge you in different kind of currency. Maybe this supplier will charge you in SGD, USD, or maybe ringgit. In this case, you need to use the card ID to differentiate the currency, because each currency you need to create one new supplier profile. Okay, the other kind of circumstances will be if you're doing B2C. So it's a human name, and just nice, your supplier is a freelance. Freelance, for example, Alan Tan. I can have 10 Alan Tan. So which Alan Tan bill me the so-called labor cost? So I can differentiate by card ID, and the card ID you can create by using their handphone number. Last time you can use so-called IC number, but nowadays due to the PDPA, I recommend you use handphone number and key in the address. And please kindly take notes. You might need to print out as a PO. So you will need to design your PO format and the address field easier to so-called to arrange alignments, right? Put everything under this address instead of put what Singapore under city or country or postal code. No, everything put under this address and phone number, and also go to contact, key the person in charge. Mary is Mary Lee. Okay, card details. You can put the notes like maybe this supplier credit terms. Credit terms you put it at the other side. Maybe this supplier do not allow late payment, which because some of the supplier you might able to nego the payment terms, in the sense that the credit terms you can become, even they put 30 days, you might able to extend a little bit by a buffer for yourself. But for maybe this particular supplier, invoice supplier, no, straightly only upon the credit term date. 30 days means 30 days. Okay, custom list number 1, number 2, number 3. This is for sorting out report purpose when you want to print out your purchase report. You can sort by sector, region, or maybe district, whichever, so, or group, optional to you, depend your preference. Custom field number 1, number 2, number 3 is more for record purpose. Maybe you got more contact person under the supplier, you can put the contact name under here. And after that, go to buying details. The purchase layout, for us, initially we will do the presetting for you. By right, we will set either it's an item. Let's say you are under trading or wholesale industry. If you're doing service industry, we'll do service. The rest of the format, professional and miscellaneous, you can observe after that. But normally this is a two common layout we'll use, service and item. So let's say this is a service. Service, you can prefix the so-called expenses or costing account. Let's say you always purchase material from this supplier, you can straight away choose your costing account is material. Or if let's say your prefix all your costing account into purchase only, you also can select purchase. Instead of during the transaction you have to re-enter again, select again the expenses or costing chart of account. But if let's say you will buy different thing from this supplier, maybe you will buy material, you will buy a labor cost, you will buy some inventory from them, you will not able to prefix the costing. You can select upon transaction. Okay, that's all for here, this part. The rest of these things, right, normally I recommend you can do it during the transaction. It's hard to prefix from here. Supplier term information. it's normally the credit terms, either it's COD or in a given how many days, like 30 days credit terms, 60 days, you can all key it from here. Discount day is, let's say they got give you a discount day and the early payment discount percentage and the volume discount. Same thing for the volume discount is, let's say they will give you a 10% volume discount. Regardless, you buy 1 pieces or 10 pieces of the item from there. Okay. And for this part, the tax code, I would very strongly recommend all of you, it's a must to take this, use the supplier tax code, prefix the supplier tax code, because you know why. For this particular suppliers, right, if let's say you are non-GST registered, you will need to put NT, regardless of your supplier got GST or not, because you cannot claim GST. GST become your costing. And if you are GST registration, you will need to select properly, because if the other party, which means your supplier, if they are GST registered, you need to choose TX. Okay, purchase with GST 7%. If let's say it's a local company without GST, you need to choose NT. Okay, non-taxable. But if it's an overseas, they got 2 selection. Either is ZP, purchase with no GST incurred, or out of the scope. You can kindly give IRAS a call to check with them that whether you are fall under OP or ZP, because that's 2 different things. It depends on port, whether you got touch on whatever thing, this place or that place. So it depends of your business nature and your business operation. Thank you. Hope after the video tutorial, you know how to create supplier in 1 second.